राजस्थान के मसले पर कांग्रेस प्रवक्ता अभिषेक मनु सिंघवी क्या कुछ कह रहे हैं, आइए आपको सीधे ले चलते हैं उनके प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस।
But my main focus is on the governor in the light of cabinet and the governor in the last 2 days. Friends, let me start by reminding you that our framers, the wisest people we had in our Constituent Assembly for 3 years, knew of the saying, "Ek myan mein do talwar." And they rejected unequivocally these two swords in a scabbard syndrome by saying that the governor and chief minister are not, repeat, not two executive authorities in the state. They are not two competing executive authorities. There is no diarchy. This was all done 70 years ago in case the eminent advisors of the governor and his secretariat is ignorant of all these elementary facts. Will be giving you a sheet with the quotation where I only read 2 from Ambedkar. There are many by Ambedkar in my sheet, by Sardar Hukum Singh and many others. On 31st May 1949, Mr. Ambedkar said, according to the principles of the new constitution, as you know, the constitution was finished on 26th November 1949 and then 26th January next year promulgated. According to the principles of the new constitution, he is required to follow the advice of his ministry in all matters. We felt that the powers of the governor were so limited, so nominal, his position so ornamental that probably very few would come forward to stand for election. This is about the governor by Dr. Ambedkar. I have 3 more. I am not troubling you with the quotations. These are not my words, friends. Then after this, in our 70-year history, we had the locus classicus on this subject of federalism, governor, president, states, Sarkaria Commission. I want to read 4.16.11 of the Sarkaria Commission for you, in case the governor's eminent advisors seem to be unaware or ignorant of it. The governor should not risk determining the issue of majority support on his own outside the assembly. The prudent course for him would be to cause the rival claims to be tested on the floor of the house, unquote. This is Sarkaria Commission, not Abhishek Singhvi, not Congress party. So I've given you Constituent Assembly, I've given you Sarkaria Commission. Now, again, I have any number of Supreme Court judgments. I will cite only one. The famous judgment of 1974 of 7 judges of Supreme Court. It's a different matter that governors do not nowadays believe in following Supreme Court law. But as far as I recollect, the last time I saw the law under Article 141 and 142, it is binding from the smallest to the biggest citizen of India. And in Shamsher Singh in 1970, remember, we are talking now of almost 50 years ago. The functions of the president and the governor and the business of government belong to the ministers and not to the head of state. I'm quoting, friends. That aid and advice of ministers are terms of art, which in law mean, in the cabinet context of our constitutional scheme, that the aider acts and the advisor decides in his own authority. Who's the aider? The governor. Who's the advisor? The cabinet. And then Bhurinath, one more case which I'm not reading, in 1997. There are innumerable. I could give you 50. Last sentence only I'm reading, the whole quotation is important. I quote, the executive power of the state is vested in the governor as head of the executive. The real executive power is vested in the cabinet.
तो अभिषेक मनु सिंघवी को आप यहाँ पे सुन रहे थे, जिन्होंने सरकारिया कमीशन और 1974 के 7 जजों की बेंच के सुप्रीम कोर्ट के फैसले का हवाला देते हुए कहा कि गवर्नर कैबिनेट के प्रस्ताव के अनुसार ही काम करता है और जो पावर है वो कैबिनेट के पास वेस्टेड होता है। इसलिए सत्र बुलाने के लिए जब प्रस्ताव दिया जाता है कैबिनेट की तरफ से, गवर्नर को वो मानना पड़ता है।